Ah, here it is, the little monster. How did we get there? Well, there are three reasons. First, the fake moon landings. Second, the Columbus hoax. And the third reason I will explain today, the scams of Renaissance cartography. But wait a second. How to morph the old world into the new world. But first I will show you my version of the facts. Let's presume something hits the Earth. That would result in massive floods. Because the Earth is spinning faster, day and night become shorter. That results in a drop of temperature because the Earth cannot warm up sufficiently. So the result is massive floods and ice forming. Well, that was easy. Now the Renaissance version. No, wait. First, let me give you a possibility here. What if the Earth was really heating up? Could the ice dam melt down and could the water be flowing back into the bigger ocean? Okay. Let's go to the morphing of the old world into the Columbus map. First, I will compare 6 crater maps of the Middle Ages. To prove it's not just one lunatic in a medieval abbey who is improvising on the world map. In the center of the craters you have Jerusalem. Another recognizable point is the Red Sea, in the upper right hand of the map.
These medieval guys were so stupid.
Another point is the Pillars of Hercules, the point where the Mediterranean Sea is flowing into the bigger ocean. The crater was divided in 3 parts: Asia, Europa and Africa. Remember, the shape of these 3 continents has nothing to do with the shape of the continents on the Columbus map. In the center you have the Mare Mediterranea. Mediterra means Middle Earth, the Sea of Middle Earth. You have the Red Sea, and the surrounding water is called the ocean. The water has an O form. So, now we are ready for the hoax. I will present you the missing link between the old crater map and the Columbus map. Let's count. 1025, 1100, 1234, 1250, 1265, 1300, and here it is, 1459. Well, nothing wrong at first sight. This is a crater map. Jerusalem in the middle, apparently the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, Pillars of Hercules, the ocean around the world. You have 3 continents, Europa, Asia and Africa. And here we have the old world view. A crater surrounded by water, fire and the firmament. No sun ball, no moon ball, no planet ball, no flying balls at all. The flying ball circus is not in town yet. But let's turn the map and maybe you will see. What have we got here? Out of the blue, we have a perfect map of Europe. Where is that coming from? Let me show you what they did. By pumping up Europe and putting it on the crater map, you are pretending that these crater maps are a clumsy medieval attempt to map the world from a European-centered worldview. And now a miracle is happening. Suddenly, old Greek and Roman maps are being detected and reconstructed. The reconstructions are confirming this Renaissance map. When you see the crater map with the Italian boot, you are being screwed. Hey guys, we have a problem here. What about this piece of land? And this one? You have used up all the continents. No problem. We will send an explorer. And we will discover a new continent. And we will call it the Americas. We will flip it horizontally and put it in another circle. We have this Mercator guy, good friend of the occultist John Dee, who invented a new trick to scam the people, the Mercator projection. Furthermore, we are preparing the flying ball system. We will tell the people the sun is a flying ball in space. And we will invent plain TS, planets. Space is like a big merry-go-round. We have this Copernicus guy who is making all the calculations. When we will have created the little ball, there is room enough to create some more continents. We still have this piece of land, which we will call Australia. And to explain all the ice walls, we will finally create another forgotten continent, Antarctica.
دجال has one of his eyes obliterated, like as in wiped out. It is covered. The Prophet ﷺ described him, his hair will be curly, his legs will be arched.
He will be young in age. He's not old, probably in his mid-30s. He's red-skinned, meaning he's more reddish in color when you look at him. He's not tall, he's short, but his body is very stocky, it's huge. When you look at him, you say, whoa, he is a huge man. And his face looks rough. And his forehead is wide. Ajla al-jabha, his forehead is wide. His chest is wide. Wide shoulders.
Hey, what's up, Walt? You want me to zoom in on the center of the Disney World map. What that is? That is a cross in a circle, Walt. Zoom in on the center of the map of Hereford? Okay, well, that is Jerusalem, Walt. Oh, another cross in a circle. So, the center of the Disney map stands for Jerusalem. And who has a statue there in the center? That's you, Walt. Oh, that is Jesus, Walt. That is the same pose. You with Mickey and Jesus with the sheeple. So, Mickey is the sheeple and you are Jesus. Some people are not going to like that, Walt. But what are you pointing at, Walt? Replace it with the Hereford map? Okay, Walt. So, you are pointing at Rome. What are you saying here, Walt? Is there another Rome on the bigger earth? You are Jesus and you are living in another Rome. Or are you the Pope living in another Rome? Maybe the Black Pope? Is this the reason you are putting us on a little ball? So we don't find your hiding place? Walt? Walt? Let's examine this second Rome possibility. If that is true, there must be two histories. The old world history, before the flood, and the new world history, after the flood. There must have been different floods, because on the old world maps you find pictures of the Ark of Noah. But what we are looking for is the flood that is changing the old world into the new world. Is there a time in history where you can see there has been a reset? If it were up to me, I would call the moment of reset the year 0. Before the flood would be -0 and after the flood would be +0. But wasn't that the birth of Christ? On the map we see that in the center of the world, Jerusalem, Jesus already has been crucified. The oldest reference I could find on the Hereford map is Charlemagne. That is 800 AD. So the flood happened after Charlemagne. I also came across the theory of Robert Russell Newton. He stated that the moon was turning faster between 700 and 1100 AD. As the moon is a reflection of Earth, that means Earth is turning faster. Another theory of Anatoly Fomenko stated that history was forged by Renaissance scholars, and history as we know it began on 800 AD. So it seems like all signs are pointing at a period around 800 AD. So there is a massive flood. All the people on the lower world are wiped out. But surely a lot of people would have managed to get in a boat and would have been looking for higher ground. An important people of the time that would not have been flooded were the Scythians. So the route of Europe, Asia, is mainly Scythian. But from all sides, people would have come to higher ground. So you would have had a melting pot of all cultures on a small piece of land. Let's take a look at all the peoples living on the pre-flood map. You can recreate the whole history of mankind on this map. Smoking gun for me is Troy, unfindable on our current map, but very obvious on the pre-flood map. Troy, a big city on the coast of the Lydians. It would be logic if the Greeks want to conquer the Lydians, they would have to conquer Troy first. So let's take a look at this picture of Charlemagne. The eyes of this painting reminded me of another guy. It reminded me of the actor playing King Egbert from the series Viking. So I looked at King Egbert and I noticed he was the first king to be confronted with the Vikings in 792. That is about the period of the flood. So I started to investigate the Vikings. Well, this story is so explosive, I'm going to make a separate video of it. I will explain how they morphed the map of the New World into that of the Old World, or vice versa. Thanks for watching, for now.